for Monday, January 12th, 2026. Let's take a look here at the markets. Wasn't a very exciting trading day unless you just kind of got long right at the open and stayed long until the close. Now I'll show you a couple of opportunities here. It was light for me in the S&P today. I was actually out most of the day anyway, but we take a look here at the first real setup. So here we are just really chopping around range bound, 71 to 65, 5-6 point range there from the transitionary period into the New York Open. Got a blast off New York Open, never really looked back. Next, we're looking upwards and we're looking for the next key level where we could anticipate a potential reaction, and that is going to be the prior day close. The prior day close right here, we do get a tap, we get a 1-to-1, and then we actually tap into it again, but we don't get any confirmation. We do get a trend line break and 3S code and divergent sells right here, although it's not as high a probability when we have these slow grinding moves. And we also have overhead above us. That overhead was the prior week high and the prior day high and the prior week high. Okay. And so we push up, we push up, we push up. You can see the reaction here. We push higher here, and then we have a reaction. Low risk, low odds trading environment. When we have these grinding days, your best bet here is to just track the swing lows. Keep tracking the swing lows on the way up until those are broken. And then when those are broken, you can look for a move, a retest, or break and retest move back to sell that market. Now, we did have one good trade in crude oil. That happened earlier here in the morning. So right in the transitionary period, we sold off here from 59 all the way down to 58.45. Nothing really tradable. We're expecting, even though we did come down to the Asia lows, we're still anticipating a sweep of the Euro lows, which are right here. We did not get that. In hindsight, a nice 3S code signal. That trade is not being taken by me. So now what we're looking for here is some other areas of significance. I'm looking for the European or Asian highs to be taken as my next major reference point, okay? And we get just that. So we do have a 3S code sell, but what I like here is we get a nice clean break of that swing low, and then we get a retest back to that area, which is also the Euro high, and then we get a nice plus 1/2 on the trade. And then pretty much range bound here. I'm not looking at crude really in the middle of the day like this. And then the last hour and a half of the day, I think this is interesting to note. We come back to prior week high and the Asia high. So remember, the Asia highs were all the way up here at 59.80, and we hadn't seen that since midnight. And the market worked itself up, managed to get up here, take it out by a few ticks, and then reverse. So that's the magic of having those key session levels on your chart. As far as gold, being that we were up $100, $120, not really tradable, only looking for continuation trades in that environment. And if you look here at the chart, we don't have any levels to sell against. So we took out Europe, we took out the Asia highs, but we have nothing above that. So there's nothing to sell against. Okay. So we're not really trying to take any of these other than a possible flip, which is what we got here. We did retrace that flip or that break of structure flip right here. We teach this in our mastermind. I get you a low risk entry point here at 46.27, back down to the Asia and Euro highs. Tap into that. Should be done for the day in gold. Let it ride. We'll have a better trading day tomorrow. So tomorrow we've got CPI coming up. Should be interesting. We've got Jan expiration, options expiration on Friday. So things will start to heat up. I think we'll start seeing some volatility kick into these markets. As always, make sure you hit the like button, comment, provide your feedback. And if you want to schedule a call to discuss these particular setups, how they work, how they can benefit you to find 1, 2, maybe 3 A+ low-hanging fruit setups each day, so schedule a call with me, and we'll see you on the next update.